So if you missed this, a little TLDR for you. Christian Craig has asked for and been released from his contract with Star Racing Yamaha. And since then has signed with Quadlock Honda, who has signed him for a World Supercross deal. And as far as it sounds like, it's only that so far. So probably dependent on how well he does for that, if he'll get a contract with them for Supercross in 2026. Knock on wood, I hope so, because I like Christian Craig. I think he's a good rider. I was happy when he won his 250 title and, finally got his 450 chance. But with the arm injury and everything that's kind of been going on, well, sad to see. But in a recent interview posted on Racer X, there's a couple questions that kind of stick out and basically say, like that thing right there we posted on social media a few days ago, that first time I'm allowed to ride a bike in 5 weeks. I mean, that stands out. If you're a guy signed to a team, and yes, it sounds like this contract was mostly a training contract, I guess you can kind of say. But I mean, if you want to pause and read these, basically he's saying, he wasn't allowed to ride because they were low on equipment, or he was limited to 1 day a week of riding, which is, for somebody who's on a race team, who wants to be racing, who wants to be riding, if your team is literally saying, nah, you have to come to the track every day and help train, but you get 1 day a week where you can do it. I mean, that's pretty bad. At least to me, that looks pretty bad. And this one, especially too, when you're there to be a trainer, why not be a test rider too? And they're saying, no, we're not going to let you help with bike settings. We're not going to let you do suspension stuff. That'll be, shipped out to somebody else. What's the point of, I had to keep showing up to the track and not getting jump on, but it is what it is. It sounds pretty bad for him. Obviously, if you're signed to a team, you expect to at least be riding a bike, not just driving to the track every single day and then just kind of sitting there. And one of the obviously main things too is the whole Hayden Deegan situation. Obviously, he was signed to kind of be his trainer, who it didn't really work out. Obviously, the first few rounds of Supercross were pretty rough, bad starts, mistakes, whatever. And, obviously they have a pretty good relationship. Who knows what that actually did internally? Probably not a super positive thing. But he does, go on to talk about this right here. It's just for him, it's got to be kind of hard. You get signed to do basically one thing, race Supercross, and then train Hayden Deegan, and after some problems, you kind of just get dropped, and then what? Everybody else is ahead of you on the totem pole, and you're just kind of the low man, having to go to the track, not getting to ride, not really getting to train anybody because they have a head trainer. So, what are you really expected to do? So hopefully it is. He can, go to World Supercross, look competitive, look fast, get a ride for 2026, stay with Honda or whatever it is, and race Supercross and see from there. But I mean, he is 34, I think, years old now, so his time is very limited. Kind of sucks to see that the last 3 years almost has been pretty much wasted with the arm injury. So hopefully, it is what it is. He can be healed, do well in Supercross or World Supercross, not get injured, and look fast, get a contract, and then race over here again. Who knows where he'd fall, but I'm excited to see. We'll see where it goes, but that's where I'm going to leave you guys. Comment down below. Tell me what you think. How well does he do in World Supercross? Do you want to see him race next year, Supercross over here? Whatever it is, comment down below. Tell me what you think. While you're down there, make sure to like, share, subscribe. Do all the fun things this platform allows you to do, because it really does help me out. I appreciate it. And with that, I'll see y'all later. Peace.